Alright, this is a quick review of the RYSEAB Portable Air Compressor for cars and bikes. It's a very small, compact. I highly recommend it. Very worth the $49 that I paid for it, $50 that I paid for it. So the first thing you're going to do is unbox it and charge it. So I've already unboxed it. It's sitting right here. And I've already inserted the actual tube that goes to the bike. This actually comes off here for packaging. Okay. The first thing you're going to do is plug it in. It charges by USB. So you just plug it into a USB charger and you let it charge up. And once those have full bars, you're good to go. So we'll let that charge up and then we'll come back and do some demonstrations on how to use it. Okay, looks like the unit is fully charged now. So I'm going to disconnect it from the charging cable. Put that aside. Okay, it's important to periodically check the air pressure on your bike. It's been about a week or more since I've actually checked the pressure of the tires. They appear to be okay, right? You look at them, they appear to be okay. The standard pressure on this bike is 45 pounds for both tires. So let me check that, and let's break out the unit here that has already been fully charged. It's really compact. It's nice. Okay, let's go up to 45. Wait for a second and start. Pretty loud. Make sure I have no leaks in there. Okay, I have 43 now. Let's see here. And now we're up to 40, as you can see. So, that was pretty fast. Okay, and let me test this again by just turn that on. And we'll just make sure that it did what it was supposed to do. And 41 I have there now, 40 and 41. So that's closer, that's much more safer than the 35 that I had on there before. Okay, so we're going to repeat the process on the rear tire. Have access to the stem. Okay, same thing, 35 back here, and I want that set to 45. Wait a second. And yep, I got 45. 40, 45, good. It's very fast. Pump up your tire really quickly. So I'm set to go. I know my tire pressure is pretty much within manufacturer's specs. So I'd get one of these. It saves you all that pumping, man, because, you know, it can take you 15 minutes to pump up 10 pounds. This took less than 30 seconds on each of the tires once I got the setting in there. So it's not bad. Okay, so I would recommend one. If you don't get this brand, get yourself a compressor because it will help you if you get a flat. And another thing too is if you get a flat, it's much faster to repair that flat using liquid sealant. Okay, and the sealant that I use is called slime. Slime sealant, tube sealant. And the old days of patch kits are over. Unless you really get a big hole in your inner tube, this will seal most of your punctures that you get, especially thorns or nails or anything like that. Because all you have to do is let the air out of the tire. Use about a quarter of this. This is good for a bike for twice. And use about a quarter of it. And you squirt that in through the little kit there that attaches to this. And you put about a quarter of that in the tire, you spin it, right, to coat the inside of that with the slime, and that will cover any holes that it finds. And then you pump it back up, and it seals itself. So I'd get a bottle of slime, that way you don't have to take the inner tube out, put a patch on it, you know, and do all that and hope that the patch holds. This is really good. I'm surprised they still sell patch kits. I carry an inner tube in case anyway. Another great benefit about having the slime is on an e-bike, it's really a drag to have to take off the rear wheel in order to change a flat, right? It's not like a normal bike because you have a motor here, right? And you have a power cable that comes from the throttle on the handlebars that connects to the motor. Okay, so it's very difficult to change the rear tire very quickly. Okay, so it's easier to carry slime if you get a flat. You don't have to take off the tire to patch it, right? You just squirt the slime in there, rotate that tire, let the slime fill it up, and then fill your tire back up with air without having to take off any of the tires from your bike, right? Of course, you need to make sure that you removed as many of the thorns or obstructions that caused the flat in the first place, then you'll be okay. But if you don't have slime and you get a flat on an e-bike on the rear tire, you're in for an adventure because you'll need to remove the rear tire completely, taking off these bolts, and then being careful about the power cable that powers it. In the meantime, you're sitting by the side of the road, struggling with all that, when you could have just slimed it.